What is up, my legends? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I just want to take a second and thank you guys for tuning in to another episode here at Kistler Fit. As you've noticed, I've changed the name on the Instagram and obviously the YouTube and everything else to Kistler Fit because obviously we're kind of expanding a little bit away from fitness only. So that's just a little note on that. And jumping right into it is today we're going to be doing a life topic. Not so much a fitness related, not business, not really law enforcement, just life in general, okay? So sit down, buckle up for some truth reality, and here we go. So, the topic today is blaming others, okay? Broad topic, one that a lot of people don't like to address, but really that comes down to everything that we do in our lives. Um, is we live in a culture literally plagued with fear. Okay, now fear looks like a lot of different ways. Also, fear of a lot of different things. Okay, we have fear of consequence, obviously, fear of approval, whether that's family, friends, anything else, just general society, fear of others, people's opinion, which is kind of linked to that, and fear of failure. Okay, now along with that, I think that's directly related to blaming. Okay, so a lot of times in society, I catch people and myself blaming others, like when we fail or before we even get to try. Right now, this looks a lot of different ways. We blame the way society is for our failure. We blame parents. We blame lack of opportunity, our bosses, the teacher. Right now, if you're still not really getting the picture, we're going to dive in a little bit deeper with what that looks like, okay? So let's say I got fired from a job or I didn't get a job, right? Instantly, instead of looking internally and thinking, what can I do better? Like, why didn't I get the job? What did I do? Or what skills did I lack? What did I mess up in the interview or along in the process that I didn't get the job? Okay, instantly, a lot of us just look at and say, you know what? That teacher just hated me. That boss hated me. They were just out to get me, right? They were out to get me. They didn't like me. I didn't get that job because of whatever, my background, my education, because I'm poor, because my race, my skin color, my whatever else it can be, okay? My religion, my whatever. We just instantly go that we didn't get the job because of something that was in their mind, right? We don't look at, hey, maybe I wasn't qualified. Maybe I was doing a shitty job. Maybe I just wasn't as good as the next candidate. I don't know why we're so quick to go to blaming somebody else, okay? Same thing applies to, you know, school. Oh man, this school year they're just, they don't want to work with me. The teacher just hates me. That's why he's grading my papers bad. Maybe you're writing a shitty essay, right? Now, this applies in a whole bunch of different ways, okay? Um, Obviously, like I said, a lot of the times I think it's us that we're blaming people. Now, don't. I know a lot of haters are going to explode on this video, and that's whatever. Fantastic. More power to you. I'd love to talk to you about it. But this does not apply to everything. Clearly, there still is discrimination, racism, okay, and people that do have personal vendettas and they use their power to affect that. Okay, there are bosses that just don't like you, and they will affect that personally. There are teachers that don't like you, and they might not grade your stuff well because they don't like you. These situations do exist, but I think if we allow ourselves to constantly think that about every single situation, then we're just really harming ourselves. Okay? I think that even if that is the case, right? Let's say my boss doesn't like me, okay? Well, if I am constantly in the mindset of whatever, I can't do anything just because he doesn't like me, so why even try? That's a really, really shitty mindset to have. Instead, I could look internally and say, okay, he doesn't like me, that's fine. But what can I do better to make it to where he doesn't have a choice? but to give me an award. He doesn't have a choice but to do this. He doesn't have a choice. Whether he likes me or not, I'm going to be better than how much he dislikes me, okay? And that's the same thing is, say you got turned down for a job. Shit happens. Life happens, okay? Now, instead of just going, oh, whatever, dude, like, I was qualified for that job. I don't know why I didn't get it. Why don't you look at yourself, take a look at your resume, take a look at your skills. Maybe you have the skills and you didn't present that well enough on the resume or the interview, you know? Or maybe you don't have the skills, so build those skills. We need to use failure and, you know, if you're getting fired or quitting as an opportunity to better yourselves instead of just playing the victim card all the time, which is very common. Like I said, I've done it myself. So this is not a personal attack on anybody. I know it's going to come off that way, and everyone's going to instantly, you know, take a step back and, oh, but my boss really doesn't like me. You know, I really didn't get that job because of this. Whatever. That might be the case. But why not better yourself along the way? Look at yourself internally. Use that, if you want to call it a failure, use that failure as an opportunity to better yourself. So that way you go into the next experience better than you were before. Okay? Now, I know that's a lot easier said than done, but I think it's something that we could all work on. And ultimately, I think you'll see great improvements in your life if you start to do that, because I think if you just slow down and take the time to realize how much that we do play the victim in society as in general, that you would kind of, you know, understand that, shoot, you know, there's a lot of opportunities I'm missing to be better than that. And like I said, this is not a blanket statement. There are situations where you are picked on, that you are discriminated against, or, you know, you do have a racist boss or a racist teacher or whatever else. But use that situation instead of playing the victim, which does nothing for you, right? Sit down and feel sorry for yourself on how poor that you were treated, or turn it around and say, you know what, screw that. I'm better than that. Let me show it next time. Okay? So thank you guys for listening to it. I know it's a kind of in your face direct rant. I want to hear your guys' opinions on it. What do you think? Do you think that we play the victim too often in society, or what? Do you think I'm just all crazy? If you think I'm crazy, let me know. That's fine. I'm more than happy to take that criticism. You guys let me know what you think. But that's my input on it. Once again, thank you guys for the support, and I will catch you next time.